Amanda, can I talk to you for a minute? I have a question about your upcoming wedding.
Hi, Wilda. What's wrong? I thought there were no problems with the preparations for the wedding.
You two are really not going to invite any guests to your wedding? No family or friends?
That's right. Neither Tyler nor I are good at public appearances. We want to have a relaxed ceremony with just the two of us.
Then I guess your mother must have misunderstood something.
My mother?
I got a call from your mother just now. She asked me my opinion on what she should wear at your wedding.
My mother contacted you directly?
I heard you're inviting a lot of friends as well as relatives to the wedding. Your mother was looking forward to it, saying, "It's going to be exciting." But I haven't heard any of that. What is this all about, Amanda? If your mother is mistaken, I'll have to correct her.
No, please don't do anything unnecessary. Oh my God, I never thought my mother would contact you directly. I should have told her not to speak to you beforehand about the wedding.
What do you mean by that?
Now that you know, I guess I have no choice but to tell you the truth. Just like my mother said, we are going to invite a lot of relatives and friends to our wedding. But we intentionally didn't invite you and your husband. Just because we didn't invite you, so what?
What?
You'd be sad if your son and his wife told you not to come to the wedding, right? That's why we lied and said it would be just the two of us. It was a lie out of kindness, you know. So please, be thankful for it.
I can't believe what I'm reading right now. Why do you not want us, the groom's parents, to come?
It's a kind gesture from both of us. We thought since you two don't have any money, it'd be better not to invite you. It's tough for poor people to arrange things for their child's wedding, right?
I beg your pardon?
You and your husband run a small restaurant. You two quit your jobs at a big company 5 years ago and decided to open your own restaurant, right?
Yes, and it's thriving. Many customers come in every day.
Even if you have customers, it is meaningless if you don't make a profit. Because you provide the dishes at low prices and in large portions, your profit is almost zero. With that kind of lifestyle, you can barely make ends meet. I bet you can't even afford to give us a wedding gift. We didn't invite you so that you two wouldn't have to feel embarrassed.
Are you saying that it was out of concern for our financial situation?
Yes, that's right. Tyler and I are working as consultants for a major company. We created an agenda for you to review the pricing and future management policies. And yet, you ignore our kindness and continue to run your business without making any profits.
Agenda?
You know that an agenda is an outline of things to do and plans, right? Or did I use a word too difficult for you?
What?
Well, I guess you can't help it. After all, you're just a poor restaurant owner who started after quitting the previous job, being a normal company employee. You don't care about profitability because you are satisfied with making your customers' stomachs full. From our point of view as management consultants, it's absurd.
No matter how absurd it is, we are fine with it. We didn't ask for such a consulting service in the first place.
Huh?
It's true that the restaurant profit is not so great, but we have a decent amount of savings. We were going to send you a good amount of money for you guys as a congratulatory gift.
You don't have to be so vain about it. It's just money from a few sales, right? I'd rather be ashamed of myself to receive money from you, knowing you're struggling financially to make ends meet.
Excuse me?
Please, set aside that precious money for nursing care expenses needed in your future. That would be a big help to your son and his wife. Why don't you skip the wedding to open your restaurant on that day? You wouldn't be able to close your restaurant while you don't make any profit, would you?
No way. What kind of parent would work instead of attending their child's wedding?
If you care about your son, that's exactly what you should do. Tyler wants you to skip the wedding. He says, I'll be embarrassed to have my financially strapped parents come, so please don't come.
What?
So, is it okay to have you and your husband skip our wedding? I'd like to get a consensus here.
Consensus?
Consensus means agreement. I'm sorry for using difficult words we use daily at work.
Next day. Greg, I'm sorry for suddenly contacting you. It's about Tyler's upcoming wedding, but are you invited?
You contacted me at just the perfect time. Listen, Mom, I just got a call from Tyler a few minutes ago and he's super annoying. He told me to dress nicely for the wedding because he's inviting his boss, who he respects very much. He commanded me to wear designer clothes from head to toe.
Designer clothes from head to toe?
And they aren't going to pay for it. They want me to buy it with my own money. He doesn't want people to know his brother is just a normal baker. So he wants me to pretend to be a rich guy. Tyler is really a vain guy.
I guess being invited is tough in another sense.
So, what did they say to you, Mom? Did they tell to wear a designer dress as well?
Actually, they told me not to come to the wedding.
What?
Amanda contacted me. She thought we couldn't even afford to send a congratulatory gift since we run a restaurant with no profit. So, she says they're asking us to be absent out of kindness.
Are they idiots? Not inviting the parents who raised you. It's insane, so rude.
But the bride and groom are the stars of the wedding. If they don't want us there, maybe we should just stay home. Since you've been invited, we'll entrust you with our wedding gift.
What are you talking about? As long as we don't hurt their dignity and pride, it's okay, right? Let's all dress up nicely and go together. A wedding without family is absolutely ridiculous. You can just tell them I forced you to come with me if you want.
Greg?
They invited our cousins and other relatives too. If you two, the groom's parents, aren't there, they'll criticize you.
That's true. Those two would never admit they didn't invite us even if asked.
Both Tyler and his wife, Amanda, are too proud of each other. I mean, they look down on everyone around them. They still make fun of my work, you know. A baker wakes up early in the morning and works hard, but one loaf of bread is only worth $8 at the most, right? You can't call that a job. You can only call it a job when you're working on projects worth millions of dollars.
They're saying such things to you too?
He's a business consultant dealing with major companies. They probably think small private businesses like ours are nothing more than a child's plaything. Let's surprise those idiots with expensive outfits so that they won't have any complaints.
Yeah, we'll dress up nicely too. The three of us will show them the power of a beloved local food industry. Wedding day. This is terrible, Amanda. Why are you kicking us out? Please, let us in.
There's no way I'm letting in people I didn't invite. There are no seats for you guys, so please leave. ASAP.
As the groom's parents, we can't just leave easily. We've brought a good amount of money as a wedding gift, and we're finely dressed. I don't see any problem for us to attend the wedding.
Yes, I admit you are finely dressed, but that's not enough to get rid of the smell. The smell of the oil you use at the restaurant. It stinks. That smell doesn't suit the wedding venue.
How rude of you to tell me I stink. How dare you be rude to someone who has come all the way here to celebrate you?
We didn't ask you to celebrate with us. I don't understand how you can just barge in and get angry at me like this. I didn't know we can't even communicate with poor people.
Excuse me?
I guess it's come to this point. Let's cut ties with each other. Tyler's also sitting next to me saying, I don't need parents who can't communicate with me.
What?
You're the one who made us make this decision. No matter what you say now, You cannot change our minds. We have the initiative in this matter.
Initiative.
We have control over this matter.
Enough. We shall cut ties with you and Tyler as you wish.
Thank you very much for your consensus. Well then, please go home. Poor restaurant owners who smell of grease are not appropriate for our wedding ceremony. As of today, we are strangers.
In that case, our inheritance will all go to Greg.
Your inheritance? I bet it's only a few pennies. We don't need any of that.
Then it's a win-win situation. Our $5 million worth inheritance will all be entrusted to our second son, Greg.
$5 million?
You granted your wish to cut ties with us. We don't have to give you a single penny from our precious inheritance. It's very much a win-win situation, don't you think?
How on earth could you have $5 million? There's no way you and your husband could have that kind of a fortune.
Don't underestimate us. We had a very good income before quitting our previous jobs.
But still...
My husband and I always dreamed of opening our own restaurant someday. But we had kids, so we decided to wait until they were old enough to live by themselves. Until then, we decided to work hard and earn as much as possible. And 5 years ago, we both quit our jobs to make our dream come true.
No matter how hard you guys worked, it's impossible to save $5 million.
Who said we have it all in cash? We bought land and buildings with the money we saved and invested aggressively in real estate. And we hit the jackpot.
Oh.
Now we operate several parking lots and rent out buildings to tenants. We earn roughly $90,000 a year with those alone.
Oh my God.
We had no financial worries, and plus our 2 sons now live on their own, so we thought it was about time to open our own restaurant. We have more than enough income to make a living, so we don't need the restaurant to be profitable. It's more like a hobby to us. I wanted to create a place where people could eat full meals under $10.
So that's why you don't raise the price even when the profit is low.
There are a lot of college students around here, and they eat a lot. It makes me and my husband happy to see them eat our food with a smile on their faces. And you're assuming that we have no profit, but that's not true. We sell our fried chicken at local supermarkets, and also some local companies order lunch boxes for meetings and stuff like that. Our food became so popular that we've been able to stay in the black.
Really?
And yet, you try to interfere with our restaurant, not knowing anything about it, and plus you look down on us thinking we're poor. It's really annoying. And to top it all off, you kicked us out of the wedding and cut ties with us. We both lost our patience with you and Tyler.
But you never told us anything about that. Tyler said you two were normal employees and he was living a normal life. He said you two are old dreaming parents who would suffer later by not managing their business well. And I've never heard of you owning real estate.
I wouldn't reveal my assets to anyone, not even my family. You wouldn't tell your parents how much money you make or what your assets are either, would you?
Yes, that's true.
Well, if you'll excuse me now, I think I'll go home and start preparing for tomorrow's menu. Immediately following.
Mom, wait. I'm going home now too, so please let me take a cab with you.
Oh, you're not attending the wedding?
Of course not. I saw how Amanda kicked you guys out of the wedding. So I rushed to confront Tyler, but he just laughed at me saying Amanda cut ties with them on my behalf. So I decided to cut ties with them as well.
Oh, wow.
I'm so disgusted with them. I went to the trouble of buying a $5,000 suit to attend this wedding. But he said, since you bought this suit with your bread, it's a flower suit. I was so close to punching him in the face.
Tyler, he really has no idea how hard it is to make $5,000 by selling bread.
Exactly. It's hard to make delicious food every day maintaining the quality. They think the food industry is an easy and effortless business.
Then hurry up and hop on. Let's go home and eat something nice together.
Yay! I have some bread I baked yesterday.
I love your bread. Let's stop by your place to pick up the bread then. We have some fried chicken waiting to be cooked.
I love your fried chicken. Let's put your special aioli sauce on it and make a sandwich with my bread.
Oh, that sounds good. Well then, let's discuss the living donation procedure after lunch, shall we?
What? Living donation? What are you talking about all of a sudden?
I'll fill you in on the details once I get home. At any rate, it's not a bad deal for you, so don't worry. 1 hour later.
Wilda, please come back to our wedding. We prepared seats for both of you. We've also extended the time for the ceremony to begin. So please, return with your husband.
I'm sorry, but I'm busy with the paperwork to make a living donation.
Living donation? Don't tell me you're already in the process of giving away your assets to Greg.
Yes, since it's worth a lot, we need to think thoroughly of how to proceed. The tax is an issue too, you know.
Stop! The paperwork must be stopped once and for all. We like to take back our word of cutting ties with you, so let's split them evenly between Tyler and Greg. So please, come to our wedding.
You don't need to take your words back.
Please, don't say that. Otherwise, all the fortune will go to Greg. That's not fair.
What are you talking about when you guys were the ones who voluntarily gave up the inheritance?
We didn't know about the inheritance. Tyler is apologizing too. He's apologizing from the bottom of his heart for saying such a stupid thing.
It's only until elementary school that you can be forgiven by merely apologizing. Or is that how things work in the world of management consulting for major corporations? By using difficult words, looking down on local restaurants, and if you do something wrong, you just apologize and it's over. Is it really that simple?
Well, no, but
you've been acting so rude all this time, and once you know about the inheritance, you change your attitude completely. Things don't go that conveniently. Now that we've cut ties, don't you ever show your face to me again. If you come to our restaurant, I'll pour oil all over you.
Oh no.
Well then, that's all I have to say. Oh, I almost forgot. Could you pass on a message to your boss from me? Neither I nor my son Greg have any intention to deal with your company. Tell him we'd like to decline his offer.
What on earth are you talking about?
It seems that Greg was approached by your boss at the wedding. He wants to collaborate with a local bakery to invent new bread. He was willing to help him open a second store.
Really?
Greg's bakery business is thriving. Recently, he's been putting a lot of effort into online sales and SNS. Thanks to that, your boss has become a fan of Greg's bakery.
What?
At that time, Greg said he was open to the idea. But you two kicked us out and also cut ties with Greg too. Now, Greg is very angry. He says he can't trust the company where his brother and his wife work.
No way.
Then, your boss, who has no clue what's going on, asked me if I could help him convince Greg to take the offer. So please, pass the message on to your boss that we won't help him and to never try to get involved with us again. Please take care of it ASAP. After that, their boss scolded Amanda and Tyler, saying, "Our job as consultants is based on respect for business owners. Our company's reputation is ruined because of your idiotic behavior." It seems that the two had a tendency to behave in a disrespectful manner toward their business partners. Finally, each of them was demoted and transferred to a smaller office in a rural area. By the way, as for us, at Greg's request, instead of a living donation, we decided to invest in the opening of his second store. Recently, we also started a kitchen car business in collaboration with Greg's bakery. It has been successful, and we have been very busy. It seems that our second son, Greg, may turn out to be a very successful businessman. Thank you for watching to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up. Otherwise, please let us know what you think in the comments section below. Please subscribe to our channel. Your ratings and comments will help us in the future. We also have many other inspirational videos. Please take a look at the videos on our channel. See you in the next video.